Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and I'm going to give you a room tour. I have lived in this room for a year, and there's some things that are working for me and some things that are not. Mainly, I love this Calyx, but I have lots of albums, and I'm good with lots of albums, but it's interfering with my products. So I bought another Calyx that I'm going to put downstairs in the family room, and I'm going to move the majority of the albums. I'll keep some of the albums that the years I'm still working on up here as a work in progress, but everything else is going to go in that Calyx. So I am going to take you on a tour of what I have right now, and we will see how this goes. So I will do a couple of updates for you. I really would love some input. So if you have any of that, please leave it down in the comments, and I'm going to flip you around and we'll get started on this tour. Okay, so we're going to start the room tour. So I have double doors coming into my scrap room. Not that I could open both of them because I have so much stuff, but that's okay. So on this wall right here, I have the majority of my alphas, and they are in color order. They are on command strips, and they are holding fine in here. And then on the floor, we've got some bins that I am going to be adding to the Calyx. And then I have my project cart here. So on the top, there are layouts that need to be voiced over. They're all completed. They need to be voice overed, or they just need journaling. So that's the top. The second one has, like, I've picked out a few things for an upcoming layout, pictures, maybe a background, something like that. So that's there. The third one that is like overflowing is actually completed layouts that are journaled and just need to be put away. So that just should be taken care of, and they shouldn't be sitting there. But let's be honest, we all get a little busy. So the fourth one down is my completed layouts for my great niece. And then the bottom two are just Disney. So I don't know if that just needs to be changed up, but that's what I have so far. And then, of course, here you've got a Felicity Jane box full of hoarded stuff, to be honest. And then we have my first Raskog. I have two of them. This is mainly for my embellishments, and so we'll take a little closer look as to how I have kind of separated everything. So try not to make you dizzy. Okay, so I have this little IKEA bin. It's got some pins and some scissors, that type of thing. And then here I have basically word stickers, like titles, because, you know, I don't do titles too much on my own, hence why I have so many alphas. So those are there. And then you're going to get to this container that's kind of an accordion folded piece with different sections. So I have them kind of like separated down the middle here. So each pocket has two different things. So the first pocket has like shapes. So you've got your arrows, your hearts, that type of thing. This side has labels and tiny word stickers. Okay. And you can kind of see this plastic separator. So after that, it goes into, on this side, I don't know what it is. Rub-ons. It's rub-ons. And then this side has got just kind of your random sticker sheets, basically. Chipboard, plain sticker sheets, foam sticker sheets. So that's kind of that are just kind of generic. They don't really have a plan. And then the next section on this side is all school. So that includes sports, that type of thing that they're all kind of playing in school. And then the next section is travel. And that includes some of my Disney stuff as well as just your basic travel pieces. I'm going to get on top a little bit. And then next to that, I have some fall bits and pieces, and then birthday behind there, and then Valentine's Day. And then behind my travel here, I have got Halloween. So that's kind of that container. Behind that, I have a couple of specialty papers, so some vellums, some Vicki Boutin already pre-made backgrounds, that type of thing. And then behind that, I just have a bunch of kind of bags. So most of these are from like Bramble Fox, but I think they're great for matting photos. So that is the top shelf of the Raskog. My second shelf is separated. I have this big container. This is all just ephemera. And then I have little bags. So each little bag has different things in it. So I've got florals, and then I've got enamel dots, tags, frames, tags, and bows. So that is that shelf. And then my bottom shelf is basically the same way on this side. So I've got clips, brads, flare, gems, and then all of my sticker books. So you can see I've got my sticker books there. And then on the other side, I have a photo box, it's a photo box. And this is all of my acrylic. So as you can see, most of it is Bramble Fox. So I do need to work through that a little bit. Then next to that, I have this piece, and this is an old record holder. That's where I keep all of my loose papers and kits. And on top of that, you can see I have my sewing machine, my planner, and then this little container here has got all of my sequins. So the majority of those are from Single Mom Scraps, and so they're all in there. This is I love this. I need another one of these. I have to find another one at an antique store. So this is from an old post office, and it used to do the stamps there. So I just love that. Above that, I've got a chalkboard and a super cute wooden pineapple. So let's go ahead and open my little record container. So it used to look like this, and I painted it because I love mint. That's my favorite. So here are all of my collections or kits or loose papers. So they're kind of organized, not very well, but kind of. So these first three areas are all Maggie Holmes. This is kind of like Echo Park, Cartabella, that type of thing. I think this is Vicki Boutin, and this might be Paige Evans. I'm not really sure. This is where I keep my paper pads as well. So just the paper pads. Down here, I know there's some hip kits in here, random kits, Studio Calico kit. And then at the very end, these two bits here are just my random pieces of loose paper, and those are in color order. So there is that. And then we'll go here. On the side of my desk, I have this purple bin is my scraps. And then those are some almost killed kits that I would like to just kind of reach for. And my trash can, because, you know, everybody needs to see a trash can. Then as far as the top of my desk goes, I have an OttLight, this little contraption that my phone sits on to do my recording, a very old gold lamp, but I just kind of love it. So there's that. A couple of bins that have like kind of just random bits and pieces that I kind of reach for. My computer with a candle. And then I have two drawers here. They don't have a lot in them. They have some plastic for mixed media and a stamp, a black stamp ink pad. A couple of crowns because, you know, everybody needs some crowns. Some just towels. And then down below, some Stays On ink, some notebooks, and my Kodak photo printer mini. Then to the side I have my Cricut, and then a bottle of wine. This container has like memorabilia in it, my cutters, my mixed media craft mat. This is where I keep my white cardstock. And over here I have a Crocodile and a mini die cut machine, as well as some tulle that I just got. And then we'll look under the desk. Now, this is part of that organization that I would like not to be under here. So I just got myself a Big Shot, so super excited about that. These are my stencils. You can see I need to put them away. This first shelf has baby stuff. So for my great niece and my nephew, their albums that I'm working on, I have all their stuff there. I have my Bible there, a couple of Bible journaling things. Down on the bottom, I've got I have a cutter that I've never used. Probably should try it out, see if I even like it. Some baby wipes. And then I have some mini Distress Oxides, and I keep them there because I use them with my Bible journaling in the morning. So that's why I have it there. So we'll have to see how that kind of works. I have my Epson PictureMate printer that I use. And then this drawer is all my scraps and inks, crafts, design team stuff. So I have, those are all Disney pictures. And then I just recently put them in this container here. So I've got all my pixie dust, my patches, my acrylic pieces, then I've got my wood pieces and my die cuts, my cutting dies. I don't know why I want to call them die cuts all the time. And then my stamps. And then on this side, I have my padded appliques. So that will probably get moved because I do like this container. I think it fits in it really well. And I thought I wanted to use this for my acrylic pieces originally, but I'm not sure I love that idea, so I haven't quite switched that over, but that is that. And then in the drawer underneath that is some ribbon and crepe paper and tulle. And then down there has just got random bits. I have some really old photos that I need to get to my great aunt of her husband at the war. So they're starting to curl and I need to get them to her. So that is underneath my desk. And then hopefully I can stand up without making you too dizzy. And so on this wall, I have this container here. I guess it's a shelf. So we'll get a little closer to it. Up at the top is mainly flowers. Then I have ribbon, adhesive, and brats. Then I love these little containers full of buttons and florals in rainbow order. Absolutely love those. So I don't use them enough, but they look pretty. I have big flowers here, my resin pieces here, and then 2 sets of wood veneer. This shelf here has acrylic paint, and then this shelf here has my shimmers. And then I have like 15 spots here to hang my layouts before I put them in albums or put them in a pile. But we won't talk about that. So this is my other side of the wall. And so the bottom, the second, and the third are pretty much all completed albums. So the fourth, those albums there are empty. Those albums are full. Those albums are full. Those albums, that one's full, and then these 3 are empty. Over here, I have just my Bible journaling stuff, so we'll kind of look in that. So I got some papers on this side, and then I have 2 containers. So it's pretty full and unorganized, so I think I would like that to be a little more organized. Maybe it requires more than 1 shelf. Top shelf, this album here, those are like from when I was a kid, that type of thing. So much older. And then here is when I was a subscriber to, I think it was Button Farm. And you made these cute little albums. And I made them. They're super cute, but they don't have photos in them. So I definitely need to work on that because I love them. They're super cute. I had so much fun making them. This is kind of one of those leftover drawers, so that probably should make its way to my desk so I can use that. This one didn't have a ton, so these are empty. This is one of those cute little things. I mean, it's made, but there's nothing on it. So I think I just need to add photos to it because I do really like that. This is a, what are those? Wax seals. And then this is just a cake stand, and it has doilies on the top. So that's that one. This one is all Project Life. So I have all of these like Project Life containers. This is full of Project Life cards. And then behind that is a container of ribbon. So there is that. And then these are all baby albums. So this is my son, this is my daughter, this is actually going to be for my nephew. So this could go downstairs. And then this section over here are these cubes from Michaels. So the top portion has some pre-made mixed media, then some black cardstock. This is my Cricut mats. These are my 6x6 or 6x8 pads. So you can see this is completely full. So I really should not buy any more because there is literally no room. Oh, maybe I can fit one more. One more. Maybe two. Maybe two. Maybe 2 more paper pads. We'll see. We'll get there. I love these 4 drawers. So first drawer here has card bases. So card bases and envelopes. So those can be made. The second drawer here has done cards. So if I need a card, I can just reach in there and grab one if I've actually got one made for the occasion. This drawer is fairly random. So there's some stitching templates. There's a couple of glitters to go in shaker pockets. There's these guys, of course. These are the diamond dots. Yeah, good for shakers. Probably need to figure out a different way to store those. I don't have a ton, but I have a few. I got them on clearance, so those are in there. This drawer here is all embroidery floss, so lots and lots. That's what I use for my stitching. I buy it at thrift stores. You can see I got this entire pack for $2.49. Yeah, that's what works for me for embroidery floss. So whole drawer of that. This drawer here is mainly all twine. There is a few ribbon. There's some of this pom-pom trim that I got at Tuesday morning before they went out, but mostly it is twine. So that is that drawer. And the next drawer might be one of my favorite drawers. So this is my tissue paper drawer, and it is in rainbow order, and they are folded so nicely. So yes, I absolutely love this drawer. I can't take on any more tissue paper. It is full. It is super full. I do have a couple of fabric squares here. These are really awesome. Purchased them at the first Scrapping Reflections retreat at the little store they had, and love those. So there is that drawer. The next drawer is adhesive. So all kinds of adhesive, wet adhesive, runners, dots, that type of thing. Try to keep that drawer fairly full. This one is inks and embossing. This stamp doesn't belong there, so we're just going to take that out. But this is where all of the inks are, including embossing inks and what are these? You know what they are. So yeah, so that is that drawer. Super messy, but at least I know it's in there. This drawer here is Christmas. So I have this and I have another thing of Christmas. So I'll show you that in a minute because I have a lot of Christmas and I would like to keep it together. So Christmas will be a whole situation. And then this drawer here has got naked chipboard, and I definitely need to be using this a little more, especially these stars, like all of these shapes. Like you get all these shapes and there's so much you can do with them. You can color them, like so much. So I think because they're in this drawer, I forget about them because it's easy to go like this. All gone. I don't know. So I need to remember to do something with that. So maybe thinking something with that. This drawer is kind of a mess. It has tons and tons of these laundry clips. Not really sure why I need all those. Some burlap ribbon and some crepe paper and a rolly stamp. So that one will need to be organized a little bit more. And then there's two open shelves down here. The top shelf has my traveler's notebooks. The bottom shelf has a calendar and a cute little pineapple bag for travel. And then there's like plastic bags that I can put kits in, but I haven't yet because I haven't needed them. But they're great bags, so I didn't feel like throwing them away. So that is my whole kind of Calyx unit. We'll take a step back and we'll look at the top because, of course, I have to use the space up here as well. So I've got my ceramic Christmas tree. These are all December daily. My dolls from my grandma, more hoarded Felicity Jane items. Right here I have a calligraphy kit and coloring books. Those are actually Julianne's. And then Mickey, and on the other side is Minnie. So that's a cookie jar from my Nana. And then I have a container of washi tape, and behind that is a container of branding strips. Next to that, I have an old library card file. In that is my embossing folders. Obviously, I don't use those very much. That's why they're up there. And then I have my typewriter, which I don't use very much as well. On the wall is a quilt my grandma made us. This was our wedding quilt, so that's super exciting. So that hangs in here. And then I just have 2 more areas to show you. So at the top of this, that has thread in it. Above that is like tons of random stuff. That first shelf has my fun foam and then foam that I bought at the thrift store. Below that, that's my mink machine. Then I've got white tissue paper. That's separate because I use that mostly. And then I have my big distress inks and oxides. And then we'll go through these drawers, which they need some help too. My whole room needs help. So this is kind of a mixed media drawer. I have my glitter glazes. I have a sculpting medium, velveteen glazes, these watercolor pins from Vicki Boutin. And then there's like random stuff in here. Like, does anybody remember these? I need to pull these out. These are metal photo corners. And I think I have them in every color. They were from American Crafts from 2006. And I paid $4 a piece for them. So, that being said, I need to definitely need to get those out and get those used. I have a hot glue gun, and then this is actually for whatchamacallit, burning wood. So that is that drawer. The next drawer has my sprays, another paint, Vicki Boutin crayons, watercolors, watercolor pencils. And that's kind of it for that drawer. And then this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drawers in it. I do like how they open, I'm not gonna lie. So top drawer has cutting dies in it, as well as alcohol ink things, which I don't even own alcohol inks, but I thought at one point I was gonna start with that, and I don't have any yet. So there's my stuff for it. I have a glue gun and then a wax seal stamping kit. The second drawer here has all sticker sheets. So this is what I need to pull out and work on Kathy's scrap backwards. So I remember to pull from that along with wax paper, because it's always good to have some wax paper. This is a chipboard drawer. So it wasn't quite this full prior to Tuesday morning going out of business. But I do love chipboard. I love the texture that it creates. But again, it's shoved in here and it's hard to flip through, so it doesn't get used as much. So I think I need to do something different with that drawer. And then this drawer is all of my mink supplies with the foils, that type of thing. This drawer is pretty good, other than the fact that it doesn't get used. And then this last drawer is my stamp drawer, which, as you can see, is so full, it won't even open. So I definitely need to do something different with that drawer. So there is that. And last, but by no means least, I have my sombrero. I have this container that, honestly, I don't know what's in that. Down on the bottom, that is Christmas stuff. Then this is my last Rascog. I have photos on the top, my blending brushes, extra alphas, my punches. That has got paint brushes and silicone brushes and palette knives. And then that is my my travel bag, and it has more travel bags in it. So it is empty, but that is what it's got. And then I have a gypsy. Not really sure what I'm going to do with that. I don't need it anymore, but that is where it is sitting for right now. So I hope that you have enjoyed this room tour. I'm going to span this way because it looks a little bit better than looking at the wall. But I am going to keep you posted as far as the progress to rearranging. Well, it's not really rearranging, it's more organizing this room. I would love to hear your recommendations after seeing the room and what works for you. And you can see where my problem areas are. So I would love, love your input. So that is going to do it for me. Remember to wear your crown, and I'll see you next time. Bye.